Brighton 1, Chelsea 2, Reece James gets sent off, but Christopher Nkunku goal and Cole Palmer's goal basically secure Chelsea a very good possibility of getting Europa League. Chelsea have to beat Bournemouth because of the results that have gone in their way between Manchester United and Newcastle to now have Europa League football in their hands and finish 6th. I can't believe I'm going to be saying this, but hallelujah. How the hell did we do this? Chelsea had a very comfortable evening against Brighton, and we're going to break it down. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. But I'm not going to lie to you, I am very, very disappointed in Reece James, because not only does he miss the game on Saturday, he also misses the first 2 games of the season. And we're going to have to talk about this, because this is 2 red cards this year that he's had, and it's petulant. It's nothing short of just being a hothead. However, it's an amazing performance, and I want to focus on that first, and then we can get into that negative aspect of the game. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly coming straight at you, so hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts. I want to start with the good, because I think results like this can't be overshadowed by stupid decisions by individual players. Results like this are important. Results like this are progress. This is 4 victories in a row under Mauricio Pochettino, and I don't remember the last time Chelsea Football Club have managed to do that, because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a horrible 18 months, geezer. I'm on holiday right now, and you know what? You lot are doing me proud. 2 victories and 2 games watched in Portugal, and Chelsea are absolutely doing me proud, geeks. However, it's the consistency, it's the confidence, and it's being exuded from the players. And I can't lie to you, Pochettino deserves praise, because what has Pochettino done? What every single individual calls for: consistency in lineups. We are seeing a style of play, we are seeing a method of what we're trying to do, and the fact that the same players are playing week in and week out, we're almost seeing a run of games from these players where the build-up from the back is better. And what I'd like to see is, all of a sudden, Caicedo is picking up the ball, quick little 1-2 to Cucurella, to Chalobah, to Badiashile, Gusto, and we're building up, and we're deciding when we need to play and when we need to run. And how many times did Caicedo do the little flick around the corner and turns, and straight away he's running at the Brighton midfield and the defense. We're inviting pressure on, and we're breaking on them in a nice, confident manner. And all of that happens from 2 things: the manager finally getting through to the players and giving them coaching, because that's all we've been asking for. And the second one, confidence building in these players. And it's so nice to see. And it's frustrating that it takes till game week 37, but I feel like we're seeing some elements of Pochettino's team. How does the first goal come? The first goal comes from what? A cutback. I'm not going to lie to you, Chelsea deserved that first goal with the way that we started the game. The way that we played in the first half, and even for majority of the first 60 minutes, we really bullied Brighton. Like, we played as if we were the old Chelsea. We come away from home, we impose ourselves, we take the lead, and then they get a little bit of false confidence, like they're going to score and they're going to do something, but they're not going to do nothing because we're under control. And what happens? There's a little 1-2, Cucurella runs in, Cucurella crosses it, Cole Palmer with a delightful header, absolutely peach of a header, and Chelsea are 1-0 up. Cole Palmer's performance today was very minute, very quiet. However, big players step up and contribute when needed, and he has done exactly that. Cucurella as well, very good cross. A few times he's run into the box. Cucurella, for me, lacks the final end product, right? Cucurella needs to work on that final cross. However, all round Cucurella was very good. And Palmer's header, phenomenal, absolutely beautiful. Like, it's a header that you would think Didier Drogba would do, because he absolutely glanced it perfectly and it looped in, and he intended to do what he done. The second goal couldn't have come at a better time, because Chelsea had a few chances to kill the game off. We didn't. Brighton were growing in confidence, and we finally took a chance on the break. And what happened was, there was nice little neat play. All of a sudden, Gusto's going through, French connection ball, absolutely across the goal. And Christopher Nkunku slots it like he absolutely has been doing this all season, when in reality, he hasn't been playing for us. And I had a lot of people say to me yesterday, how can you say he's one of our best players? He can't even get on the pitch. We have to sell him. He's not good enough. Guys, the talent is there. It's evident that the talent is there. This guy has scored goals everywhere he's been. He's one of the few players, I would say, hand on my heart, is actually capable of delivering consistently. He just needs minutes in game time and he can do it. The problem is we need to get some cover for him that is good enough to start when he's not fit, because we can't count on him to be fit. But the quality is without doubt. Like, there were so many occasions where he just, okay, we're going to slow it down now. Okay, we're going to attack now. Okay, we're going to up the tempo in that second half. He plays like somebody that's been there before, and you don't understand how important that is until you don't have it in the team. Act like you've been there before, and Christopher Nkunku has been there before. He is a very good player, and I can't wait to see what he becomes next year at Chelsea Football Club, because I think Christopher Nkunku will go on to score a lot of goals for Chelsea. He is a natural goal scorer, and you can tell why by his movement, by his ball striking ability. He's just very gifted. Another thing I want to say is, Brighton didn't look too dangerous. I know this sounds stupid. Until the red card, Brighton actually did nothing. We nullified them very well. Like, Brighton usually cause chaos. And when I say chaos, I mean they are chaos merchants, right? So, like, the way they have fullbacks popping up here, a midfielder popping up in the front position, centre-backs doing crazy runs. They didn't cause too much. Like, I never felt like, outside of Joao Pedro hitting the header at the end of against the crossbar at the end of the first half, and then the Ansu Fati chance at the end, but we were down to 10 men. They never looked like they were going to punish us, and we were always under control. Badiashile and Chalobah looked very good, and when they were beating, Cucurella were covering, or Augusto was covering, we were just very solid and very compact. I don't know why the panic hit in at the end. Even with 10 men, we should have been more composed. You Brighton through the kitchen sink at us, and we just didn't have any outlet, and that frustrates me, and we need to work on that. What I really liked as well was the build-up between Caicedo and Gusto. Because what I noticed was, Gusto was part of the 3 centre-backs this time, and I really wanted to see what was going to happen when we didn't have 3 centre-backs on the pitch. But Gusto tucked in, Caicedo would go forward. And when Gusto would bomb forward, Caicedo would come into the 3rd centre-back position, and all of a sudden we were always shielded and always protected. It was actually really nice to see. It really highlights that Mauricio Pochettino has been working on this with it, guys. And you know what? It deserves the praise. And we've got some news that's going to come out tomorrow regarding Mauricio Pochettino's future. And I'm really excited to say what I'm going to say, because I'm not going to lie to you. We're not going to get an Amorim. We're not going to get a Tuchel, because it looks like Tuchel's going to be staying at Bayern. I'm saying keep him. Like, I'm genuinely saying keep him. And not because I think Pochettino's got the greatest given manager of all time. I just feel at this moment in time, he's done enough work to warrant a 2nd year. And there's no other alternative that, in my opinion, is better than him. So you don't just sack for the sake of sacking. And even if we don't get Europa League football, I'm still of the mindset you keep him for next year and you go again. That's just my personal opinion. And the final thing I want to talk about is the strength in depth in this squad is very positive, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Because once again today, Nkunku comes on, Sterling comes on, James comes on, we had Ogochuk will come on, Cassidy come on. There's just enough talent in this squad to get us all excited for what we're going to see next season. Very positive stuff. But of course, when there's good, there's always bad. And I'm not the doom and gloom merchant. However, I am going to say I am fair, I'm objective, and I need to talk about the negatives. Reece James needs to grow up. Like, that's the downright ugly. I think Reece James has really got away with this in his career on numerous occasions. He is very petulant, and the way he sometimes conducts himself when things aren't going his way is of a spoiled kid. Like, there's no other way to say this. He acts like he's a spoiled kid at times. Today, there was no need to kick out as Joao Pedro. There was no need. He did the same thing against Newcastle when he got himself sent off and cost the team, and we got absolutely destroyed on that day. We were still in the game when he got the red card. This time, broski, you're playing to invite challenges in. This is what I don't understand. If he just got kicked for no reason, and in the heat of the moment he retaliated and kicked out, I'd say, you know what, he's allowed to do that. Like, sometimes it just happens. He invites challenges in. So I think there's an understanding from him that, yo, I'm going to get kicked now. So when he gets kicked, you can't retaliate the way he does, because there's VAR, and I don't understand this yet. I think football players sometimes think they're smarter than the VAR, or they forget that there is VAR. Because you know they're going to check this. You're going to get caught in 4K. Like, they are absolutely going to expose your ass when you retaliate as a petulant little child. And that's exactly what happened to him. He got sent off. Funny thing is, Pochettino and De Zerbi had no reaction whatsoever. So they didn't think it was a red card. But when you look at the replay, it's a clear red card. The second ugly, Mudryk absolutely got clattered by Tariq Lamptey. There wasn't a single camera angle that displayed the contact, so I can't really say he deserved the red. But the fact that he got absolutely clattered in his face, had to get taken off at a concussion protocol, lets me know there was enough contact for him to have got sent off. And the commentators that I was listening to were actively saying, it's an elbow into the jaw, this is a red. You're not allowed to do that. Even back in my day, the commentators said, bro, come on VAR, we gotta have some consistency. I am not of the school we need to get rid of VAR, because VAR today got 3 things spot on. 3 things that weren't going to get caught spot on. The first one was the Nicholas Jackson goal. He got that spot on. The second one was the Reece James red card, spot on. The third one was the red card, the penalty call on João Pedro, on Adingra, spot on. Yet people still say VAR is bad. VAR is not the problem. It's the implementation of VAR every now and then that is going to be the problem. And the other problem is people being consistently microscopic about every decision that goes against their team and blames VAR. You can't do that. That's my personal opinion. And the bad, guys, we need to finish chances. We cannot let teams live in games. I'm not saying take every chance, but Nicholas Jackson today, in the second half, it really highlighted to me why he gets so much stick. I think his link-up is very good. I think Jackson is a very good player. But sometimes he needs to simplify his game a lot more. For example, there was an opportunity where he got the ball. He has to give it to Christopher Nkunku in transition in front of him. Gives it behind. Okay, cool. I'll excuse one of those because you're running with pace. I'll excuse it. The second one, he takes the first touch. He takes the third touch. He's clear. I'm screaming, cross it. I'm screaming. It's like a training drill video. You see it on Chelsea TV. One player crosses it from one side. You come in and you absolutely smash it into one of the corners. He holds on so much that he gives an opportunity for Webster to get back, and Webster gets to slide it out. We have to capitalize on those chances. Nicholas Jackson today should have walked away with 2 assists. I'm not lying. He should have had 2 assists. We should have scored 4, and Nkunku should have had a hat-trick. But we've won 2-1. I don't want to be negative. Danny Welbeck scored. At the end of the game, Thiago Silva had like 4 or 5 clearances. Absolute legend. But it is what it is, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts, because I think it's very important that we give the praise that he deserves today to Mauricio Pochettino, because I feel like his coaching's starting to blossom, and more importantly, the team's winning, man. 4 in a row. We just have to be positive. Bournemouth at the end of the game, and we are going to be dancing in the moonlight, waiting for Europa League. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day, geezers. Bye.